My name's Jacqui Walton. Mike, my husband, we would always say he's shy, but I think that was obviously his anxiety and just not being very confident. We was first diagnosed with anxiety and depression in 1994 when I was pregnant with my second child, and we had 2 suicide attempts then, and he was diagnosed and he completed suicide 13 years later. Suicide's such an isolating experience. When Mike died in 2006, suicide was hardly spoken about. It's all the unanswered questions that go with it. I went over my life with Mike and I began to question everything to try and find an answer, a pinpoint as to why that made Mike feel the way he did. So I think it's important to meet with other people and to be able to share that. The feeling of guilt that you have is very, very common. You're not on your own. I don't want people to go through what I went through. I felt totally isolated. So the song I want to talk about today is, it's called Mr. Blue, and it's by Catherine Feeney. She's shown her vulnerability, and that rang true with me, how I felt. The title's Mr. Blue. Mike was my Mr. Blue. You know, she's singing, don't hold your head down to the ground and try and look up to the sky. And I suppose that was me trying to encourage him to be a bit more positive. That was actually the lines that got to me the most, how she recognises that he was sick and tired and he was just finding it hard, and he was like that when he woke up that morning, and that was just what it was like for me. What would I say to someone who's struggling with mental health? I would just say, don't be ashamed of how you feel. The first step is you have to actually be able to acknowledge that there is something there that you need to get help with, and just don't be ashamed about it. It's okay to have so many steps forward and then so many steps back. You will pick yourself up because you've done that before.
It's hard to talk about suicide. Reach out. Help is always at hand. EdinburghHSC.Scot/reach out.